I am in Fort William and I'm just about to start the Cape Road Trail, which I'm very excited about. I've been wanting to do this trek for a long time. I took the night bus from London to Glasgow, then the train from Glasgow to Fort William this morning. And I got here around 12:30, but the ferry that brings me across is not going until 4:15, so I have to wait a little while before I can actually get started by starting to go on the ferry. I just took the ferry to cross the loch, so I'm now really ready to start walking the Cape Road Trail. It's already 4:30, so I'm going to walk only maybe an hour and a half or something until I find a suitable spot to camp for the night. So just a short walk today. I'm a bit nervous, but in a good way. I'm very excited to start this trail for about 3 weeks probably. Following this road along the loch took me a bit longer than I expected. I think I've walked close to 2 hours, maybe a little less, but definitely longer than I expected. But that's okay, it's beautiful, it's so calm, there's no wind, so there's lots of bird sound, there's lovely smelling gorse all around. It's really stunning here already, and it's just like 2 hours into the walk. But I'm about to turn away from the loch into a glen, and there should be loads of good camp spots along the river there. So I think I'm just gonna pick, the first spots that I like. I'm just gonna pitch my tent there and settle in for the night. I found my camp spot for the night, so I'm gonna pitch my tent right next to my backpack there. I'm close to the river and the trail is just a little bit on the other side. And it's quite mossy here, but this particular area seems to be a bit drier, like it's more grass than moss. So I think this is gonna be a good spot. There's gonna be loads of river sound, but that was gonna happen today anyway, because this whole glen I'll be walking along this river, so any other place would have been just as loud. So I'm going to pitch my tent now. I think I walked around 2.5 hours in total, so about an hour more than I thought I would be, but I think this is going to be a really nice spot, so I'm just going to pitch my tent and get settled. My tent is pitched and I've unpacked all my things, so it's time to cook. It's going to be noodles today with some soya chunks. There's a few midges out, but not bad at all, so I think I should manage to cook and eat outside of my tent. I have food with me for about 7 days because I won't get to any shop before day 6 or 7, and there will be a campsite at day 4 and at day 6 or 7 where the shop is, somewhere around the same place. But other than that, it's a lot of carrying of food, and there's not going to be many campsites at all. I think, if I remember correctly, just 3, and I'll be on trail for about 20 days. Probably usually people take between 2 and 3 weeks, so I'm just going for the 3 weeks more or less. So it's going to be a lot of wild camping and a lot of food carrying in a very isolated part of the Scottish Highlands and then all the way to Cape Wrath. So this is going to be very exciting. I've wanted to do this trail for a long time, but I was always a bit wary because it's considered a very challenging route, not so much because it's physically strenuous, but it's very remote, there's no way marking, so you really have to rely on your own navigation, and there's going to be loads of different sections where there's not even a clear path. So yeah, that's why it's considered quite challenging. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully the weather is going to be like today. It was beautiful. Since I started walking, it's been no wind, pretty warm, not too warm, no rain, which is good. So fingers crossed that I'm gonna have good weather for these 3 weeks. But now I'm getting quite hungry, so I'm gonna cook my dinner. I slept pretty well for a first night in the tent. It is around 6:30 now, and I'm going to make myself a coffee, eat breakfast, and then start walking. I am all packed up and ready to go. I took about an hour to get ready, so it's 7:30, and the midges are starting to annoy me a little bit, so it's good timing to get going. The weather looks really great. Light clouds are rolling a little bit. It was more blue sky when I woke up, but again there's no wind. It's pretty warm, so maybe I should have just put on a t-shirt actually. And yeah, if it's gonna stay like this, I hope it's gonna stay like this, it should be a brilliant day. I've walked for approximately 2 hours and I arrived at this bothy, which is private, so it's not open, but it's a good place to take a break. And so far it's been amazing. It's pretty warm, which I didn't expect, but that's great. And it's very quiet. When I left my camp about, I don't know, maybe less than 500 meters further along the river, there were 2 other tents there, and I think those were the people I saw around 9 p.m. Passing by my campsite. But other than that, I have not seen anyone here. I was the only one on the ferry to take, to start walking the Cape Wrath trail, so I know I was the only one starting at that time. And I did meet someone else on the train who is going to start this morning, so take the ferry this morning. And yeah, I'm pretty curious to see how many people I'll meet along the way or see along the way. I just climbed out of Kona Glen. It wasn't too long or too steep of a climb, but it's been a while since I climbed with a heavy backpack, so I felt very out of shape, but I'm sure it will come back along the trip. Although, like I said before, it's not necessarily a very physically strenuous hike. It doesn't really go over tops of Monroes or anything. Now as well, I just went through like a shoulder in between two hilltops. Now I'm going to slowly make my way down here towards Glenfinnan, and somewhere around there probably I'll pitch for the night. I can see quite far, and I just spotted 4 people way ahead walking along the trail, so I know that there's at least 4 people in front of me today. But I'm just gonna sit here a little longer to have a break before I get going again. I just stopped for my lunch break, and this is such a lovely spot next to the river. It's only 1 o'clock, so I'm not gonna camp here, but this would be a really good camp spot, I think. And there are some signs that people have used it as such as well. I'm about 4 kilometers outside of Glenfinnan, which is kind of the general area where I wanted to stop for the night. I'm a little bit faster than I need to be, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. Well, I'm going to go into Glenfinnan, and then if the visitor center is open, or I think there should be like a drinks kiosk as well, so I'm going to take another break there, long break, see if I can spot the bridge, the famous bridge where the Hogwarts Express passes over, and then see from there what time it is, how long I took my breaks, how much further I will walk. But there's not much of a point in walking a lot more than I intended, because I want to stay at a campsite at the end of day 4, and there's no way I should try to get there tomorrow evening. So I mean, it would be nice to get there early on day 4, I guess, but yeah, there's no point really of rushing. So I'm going to try and take a good long break here now, and then take another break once I reach Glenfinnan. I arrived in Glenfinnan, and behind me is the famous viaduct where the Hogwarts Express goes. I think my route follows the very popular touristic path to go underneath the viaduct, but first I'm going to sit here a while, take a break, and just enjoy the scenery.
Go on, smoke. There we are.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, yes. No, it isn't stupid at all. I just had that feeling.
Attends, y a personne à bord?
I was getting a little worried about finding a good spot, not too late. I passed the, what's it called, Corryhully, bothy, and there were 5 people there. I don't know if they were all gonna camp near the bothy or sleep inside. One person definitely looked like he was gonna sleep inside, but I thought there would be plenty of other camp spots up along the river, but that was actually not really the case, because the water was quite far down, and yeah, I need to be near water because I need water to cook. But finally, just before really climbing more, I found this really nice green patch here next to the water, so that is where I'm gonna camp. And it's really high time because I'm getting tired. I'm walking much more than I originally planned, But I think it's all gonna work out. I think I'm gonna have a really nice spot tomorrow, what I have in mind, and then the campsite the day after. But first I'm gonna put my backpack down because it's getting heavy, my shoulders are starting to hurt, and then set up my tent. I've sat here a while just enjoying the view. There's been loads of deer around, so that's been nice. I'm starting to get hungry, so I'm going to make my dinner, which is couscous today. I'm pretty tired, so I'll probably not sit out too long, although it is really nice. It's still really warm, there's no midges at all, it's lovely weather. But yeah, first I'm going to cook and eat.